As the NATO summit begins in Washington, concerns about President Biden's re-election prospects and the possible return of Donald Trump dominate discussions. European leaders are uneasy, anticipating that a Trump presidency could greatly impact the alliance's strength and unity. NATO's 75th anniversary summit aims to celebrate its endurance. However, behind the scenes, there's a sense of gloom. Two major issues contribute to this: Russian advances in Ukraine and the growing influence of far-right, NATO-skeptic parties in Europe. European officials fear that Trump's return might weaken U.S. support for NATO, prompting discussions on how to Trump-proof the alliance. In the event of Trump's return, leaders are preparing on three fronts. Firstly, they are reaching out personally to Trump and his advisors to build relationships. Secondly, they are making policy adjustments to address his complaints about European defense spending. Lastly, legal and diplomatic measures are being considered to protect NATO's priorities from potential Trump administration disruptions. Despite these efforts, much depends on Trump's unpredictable nature. The recent presidential debate raised further doubts about Biden's ability to lead. His performance was concerning, spurring discussions about whether an 81-year-old is fit for office. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg, when questioned about Biden's mental fitness, chose to focus on the upcoming summit and the progress made by European allies in defense spending. Stoltenberg highlighted the importance of U.S. leadership in NATO, but emphasized that European allies are now contributing more to defense. With 23 NATO nations meeting defense spending goals, Stoltenberg stressed the need for continued support for Ukraine. He warned that if Russia wins in Ukraine, it could embolden authoritarian leaders in China and Iran, making it crucial for NATO to stand firm. Amid these preparations, a rumor about Trump's plan to end the war in Ukraine circulated. It involved threatening to increase arms to Ukraine or withdrawing support if peace talks failed. However, this plan lacked legitimacy and was not directly approved by Trump, adding to the uncertainty. In summary, as Biden's leadership is questioned and Trump's potential return looms, European leaders are trying to secure NATO. They are making proactive steps to prevent any disruption caused by U.S. domestic politics, understanding that the alliance's future may largely depend on the whims of American leadership.